On the Edge with April Mahoney Brains. Here, this is the place where the conversation is pointed, the guests are sharp, and the responses are never dull. Welcome home, Brains.
Coming to you straight from San Diego, California. Let's welcome our host, April Mahoney.
So, Debbie, I am so happy that you are feeling better and you are wearing your crown and you are here on the edge with me and my brains. Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm awesome. It's so great to be here with you today.
Yes, Brains, I'd like to introduce you right there. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Right there to Debi Alexander from Virginia. And we're going to talk about a whole lot of good stuff. She is really a queen. You see, she has on her tiara. She is going to talk to us about the amazing work that she is doing with youth that have behavioral and health problems there in Virginia. She covers about 2 or 3 states with a wonderful program. And yes, we're going to make a call to action because we want to support these children that need to get meals while we're going through all this mayhem with this coronavirus. We want to talk about how we can pour into them and give them services and resources so they can have a full, exciting life. And, it's wonderful. I'm so glad to be doing these shows here during this time because I'm meeting some incredible people. I got queens. Let's bring her to her throne. Hello, Debi Alexander. Welcome to On the Edge. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you, April?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I had a great breakfast this morning. I'm going to go out and work in the garden because I'm going to plant me some sustainable food and get in the jacuzzi and, just kind of relax and enjoy my home. You really forget how much of your home and your community that you are, separated from on a day-to-day basis because you're so busy doing busy work. Tell us about some of the busy work that you're doing.
So I work with an amazing program. It's called Phillips Programs. We serve youth with behavioral health needs. We have 4 schools, one in Fairfax and one in Annandale, Virginia, a small program in Leesburg, Virginia, and another large school in Laurel, Maryland. We serve 22 jurisdictions. So basically 22 counties send their students to us and they're referred to us through their individualized education plan. So the diagnoses of the students that we serve are wide and varied. Most children have a primary diagnosis and then multiple secondary diagnoses. We do some really incredible things. We've been around since 1967. So we have been serving youth since before the IDA, before it was a federal law requiring that everyone should be afforded a free and appropriate education. And we're really proud of that because we have been innovators from the very beginning. The thing that we're really focused on right now is the fact that after kids graduate, after they age out of the program, their outcomes are dismal. The outcomes for youth and young adults with disabilities with regard to employment are truly unconscionable. For example, of the nearly 18,000 people with autism who have used state-funded vocational rehabilitation programs, in 2014, only 60% left the program with a job. And of those who left with a job, 80% worked part-time, earning a median weekly rate of $160. Well, that's groceries. You can't subsist on that kind of income. And nationally, nearly half of 25-year-olds with neurodiversity have never held a paying job.
Wow. And
that's a big part of why, as a nation, we suffer the problem known as the school to prison pipeline. Because if you're on the edge, if you don't have income for stable housing, if you're not getting your medication, if you're hungry, people are going to act the way they're going to act. They can't afford, right? They don't have insurance, so they're not getting their therapy, they're not getting their meds.
They're being discriminated against, because people are afraid. And again, when they, especially mental health, I've got a real good friend right now. She's a much older woman, but she's really going through a tough time. And mental illness is so alarming People are afraid. They don't know what this other person is thinking. They can't see that. They can't see the challenges. Tell us a little bit more about the on-hand tactics and skills that you build in these individuals to have them go out in society and try to, attain a mainstream job.
I'd love to. Well, first of all, at Phillips Programs, we don't have a program that our kids fit into. We literally create a program around each individual child. We teach a de-escalation technique called right response. Our kids get psychotherapy, they're in small classrooms, and we have a very robust career and technical education program. Our kids are building houses. At our Laurel campus, we have an indoor vertical hydroponic farm. We
Wow.
have it's amazing what they're doing. They're growing microgreens and lettuces, tomatoes, peppers, edible flowers, and they've created a social enterprise. They're learning entrepreneurial skills. They sell their microgreens to 3 restaurants in Baltimore, and
Wow.
there's a child here that purchases our edible flowers. It's really cool. Then they harvest those greens, carrying them across the hall to our commercial kitchen where they're learning culinary arts. And those kids study for and take the Serve Safe certification exam. If you have Serve Safe, that's going to get you a job because every establishment, every eatery has to have someone with Serve Safe certification on site at all times. And then we're also doing 3D design and print, which is the underlying skills you need for additive manufacturing.
Wow.
Kids on the autism spectrum, when they are engaged in 3D design and print, they just produce very sophisticated, excellent work.
Yeah, because they
So
have
when
heightened sense of mathematics and music and sound. They have very heightened skills. So is there are you seeing a more gender specific? Are there more girls in the program? Are there more young men in the program? Or is it about the same? Is there a certain age or demographic,
we
ethnicity? Or
serve
just all
everyone.
around?
So we serve ages 6 to 22. Um, there do tend to be more boys in the program. I'm not sure why, but we serve boys, girls, and it's mental illness does not discriminate. We serve everybody and every different kind of challenge. I mean, not all of our students have mental illness. Some have, you know, autism, ADHD. It's a wide range. Unfortunately, the average age of referral tends to be around 16. So it would be terrific if kids were referred to us early on because the earlier kids are getting their needs met, the the better their behaviors will be. Because when someone's acting out, it's not that they're a bad person; their needs aren't being met, and so that's something that as a society we have to understand. Why is it that someone is acting out? How can we better respond and de-escalate our reaction to make it a safer experience for everyone? So we're very focused on being positive, focusing on the kids' strengths, and providing them with the environment that they need to succeed.
Now, you said that you serve 23 counties. Is this something that is really kind of the template to go nationwide?
Absolutely. I mean, Phillips programs, we have kids that come from all over. They're referred to us through their individualized education plan. The school that refers them to us provides the transportation to come to our schools. And yeah, Phillips has been a model for a lot of different programs. And there need to be more programs to serve students because we have some kids that are on the bus for 2 hours to come to our schools.
Wow. So, Debbie, what's your why? How did you get involved in this? How did it find you?
So I have spent my entire life focused on serving the underserved. Um, it goes back to when I was a child and I was at camp and I had a bunkmate who had schizophrenia. And we were 11 years old and she stole all the salt shakers from the dining hall. She couldn't help herself. But the punishment that my parents told me that her psychiatrist approved it involved public shaming in a really horrific way. So at a very early age, I was just horror stricken at the way she was treated. I don't think that public shaming or shaming of anybody is right. I think that we need to help people. And so from a very early age, I kind of felt like a crusader for people whose needs weren't being met and for people who were misunderstood. Um, I was very blessed. I got to work in the Clinton administration, and then after that, I went to work for Fairfax County government in the Office of Public-Private Partnerships.
Mm.
And we were part of the social safety net. We provided medical care for the working poor. We had computer learning centers and public housing projects. And that was a really cool program because kids came to us because they were hungry and we offered free snacks. But we were, trying to close the digital divide when technology was not available to everyone as much as it is today.
Right.
And then I had the opportunity to build and run a therapeutic writing center.
Oh, wow.
And so I worked with kids with disabilities. We had an amazing program for wounded warriors from Walter Reed. And I worked with a fabulous special education teacher at Forest Park High School, and we created this amazing program for kids on the autism spectrum using equine assisted growth and learning. And so basically we're doing groundwork with horses, and kids on the autism spectrum respond to horses in just a magical way.
Animal spirit.
It's just amazing. There's a fabulous movie called Horseboy. If your viewers ever get a chance to watch it, it's terrific.
They're braids, Debbie. You got to call them braids.
Braids, yes. Horseboy is just a wonderful moving movie that's a life changer, and it really, in a very beautiful way, it was written by a journalist about his son, explains the impact that groundwork with horses has on
Absolutely.
kids on the autism spectrum.
Let me ask you, how has this impacted your program, this corona inconvenience? Because I'm not going to give it credence. I'm not going to let it control the entire world. But how has it impacted your program and the individuals that you serve and their families?
So we have we've provided all of our kids with education packets so that they can do their learning. We've set up Google Classroom. We have our therapists doing telephone sessions with their clients, and we're reaching our kids in every way that we can. We also have 170 students who are severely food insecure. So we've been running online fundraisers to collect donations to provide their families with grocery gift cards. It's hard for those families to get in a car because a lot of them don't have cars, and accessing public transportation with youth with behavioral health needs is difficult. So they can't really access the grab and go lunches that the public schools are providing. So we're trying to get grocery gift cards into the hands of those families so that they have food, because we provide our students breakfast and lunch when they're in school. That's 1,700 meals a week that our kids are getting.
I need you to hear what she said, okay? This is not a normal call to action. These are critical times, okay? These families don't have transportation, and the children have special needs. It's not like they can go and stand in the line at the grocery store with the child that is, acting out or going through whatever episode they may be experiencing at that time. They don't have the money. So, I'm going to have Debbie give us the information right now, okay? And I'm going to be one of the first people to go on and log on and donate, okay? Because I'm blessed. My refrigerator is stocked. My gas is full. I've got health. My mama recovered from pneumonia, and I'm in a good place. So if you're in a good place, come on. that $20 that you would have tricked off, that you can't trick off because you can't go nowhere, go ahead and donate it to the Phillips program. Debbie, please give us the information on how people can go online and give. Come on, $5, $10, that's chump change. Okay? And my big brains, they got money, $100, $200, come with it. I'm counting on you. Give it to us, Debbie.
Our website is www.phillipsprograms.org, PHILLIPS programs.org. Click on invest and make a difference in the life of a child. I'm really grateful for this opportunity, and I hope that you'll donate just any amount because it all adds up. And right now, we have a $5,000 match. So every dollar that you donate will be doubled. And 91 cents of every dollar donated to Phillips goes straight to the kids. So thank you. Thank you, April.
Thank you so much. Come on, we trying to eat, brains, okay? Really, really work with that. And Debbie, thank you so much. You are a queen. You are a queen of hearts. And I'm so honored to have you here on the edge with me and my brains. Keep us abreast as to what is going on in your world. Come back and let us know when this all simmers down, what we can do to still support, how we can expand this program, nationwide, if not globally. You have a great template, you have a great business model, but most of all, you have a great heart.
Thank you, April. So do you. It's just been an honor to be here with you today.
All right, brains. Again, she gave you the information. I'm going to put it down at the bottom. I'm counting on you. I need more than a comment or a like. We need a check. I love you. Bye, Miss Debbie.
Love you too. Hang in there.
All right.